Federal judges all over the U.S. are voiding subpoenas for trans patients' medical records. This is from the Pittsburgh NPR. This article, it says a federal judge in Pittsburgh has granted a motion filed by patients and former patients of UPMC and their parents who sought to quash a subpoena. Quash in the legal world means to avoid or cancel because there's errors. Filed earlier this year by the U.S. Department of Justice, seeking medical records of youth who received gender-affirming care from UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. So Chief U.S. District Judge Kathy Bassoon issued the order on December 24th, Christmas Eve, granting a request to block the Justice Department from obtaining personal information about minor patients, including names, addresses, social security numbers, and complete medical and psychological records, and their parents or guardians. The patients and their parents argued that the subpoena was issued for an improper use. It was overly broad and it posed serious harm to the people it affected. And that's exactly right. The purpose of collecting these names and information is for the purpose of doing harm to trans people. They want to discriminate against trans people any way they can, using housing, jobs, travel, or probably worse things that we haven't gotten to yet. So Kathy Bassoon is at least the sixth federal judge to issue such an order in similar cases filed in Philadelphia, Washington, Maryland, and Massachusetts. If you go back to my older videos, I have covered a lot of these. So 6 judges now have ruled to block this order. They're blocking the orders and voiding them because this is obvious discrimination. Gender identity is protected under the Constitution because trans identity is real and valid. And to not only seek out and hunt trans adults in our country, they want to hunt for trans children and harm them as well. This is the disgusting hypocrisy of Republicans. They claim to care for life and for children, and yet they do extremely harmful things to children, like take away health care for trans youth, ban them from using the bathrooms and playing sports. Totally all unnecessary. Legislation like that encourages bullying and violence towards trans people, and this is why suicide rates are so high in trans youth. That's why they need healthcare and mental health counseling. That is what is proven to be successful. But Republicans deny the very existence of trans identity. And they're living in a delusional world where trans, non-binary, and intersex people just don't exist. For the rest of us who live in reality, trans people do exist. And we look at facts and listen to experts because it's dumb not to. If you are LGBT and you have not voted, 2026 is your year to start voting. Our community cannot afford for any of us to not vote. And also remember that voting Republican will always be supporting civil rights violations and discrimination to LGBT people. So if you're LGBT and voting Republican, you are literally voting to harm your own community. So thank you guys. Please like this, share it, leave your comments, and I'll be back soon. Bye.